Hey, what's up guys? Kenneth here with the LEGO Republic, and today we are going to be talking about my predictions for the 2021 LEGO Star Wars Winter Wave. So this wave typically comes out on January 1st, and I can't see anything messing with that except for potentially an extreme case of COVID, or if LEGO just wants to screw over the entire US again, which they have definitely shown that it is in their power. They just did it, and they could do it again if they wanted to, but I hope that doesn't happen. But for right now, it's pretty much set that January 1st is the time for these sets to come out. So now we're going to get right into what I think the predictions of these sets might actually be. Also guys, there are two buttons on your screen. One of them is a thumbs up, so if you'll click that at the end of the video if you did like the video, and also there is a thumbs down button if you really did hate it. I don't know why anyone would hate it, but if you did, there is a thumbs down button for that. Also, there is a third button called the subscribe button, and if you wouldn't mind clicking on that button as well, that'd be pretty awesome, unless it is the gray button that says unsubscribe. Don't click that one. Sorry guys, I'm just in a joking mood today. Alright, let's get right into this. We're going to start at the bottom and go up. That is what I always do. And on the bottom is the 4-year-old sets, the 4+ sets. I don't know how you could go any lower than that, but there is one 4+ set. I'm just modeling this after the previous January 1st wave, so because usually LEGO's pretty consistent like that, so I'm just gonna guess around the sets that they have. So the first one here is the 4+ set, and I think they're going to do a Naboo starfighter because they pretty much covered all of the original trilogy, and I'm trying to think of a nice ship from the sequel trilogy that would fit well into a 4+ form, and I just can't think of any ships. So unless they did another A-Wing, but they already did an A-Wing, so I know they're not going to do that. So I'm thinking that they'd go prequel trilogy, because they've already got the original trilogy covered. So I think if they go prequel trilogy and then do the Naboo starfighter, just to kind of start with their prequel trilogy, maybe they do 4 prequel trilogies and then go to sequel trilogy, even though I couldn't really place a ship from the sequel trilogy in that kind of a form, but I'm sure LEGO will find something to do with the sequel trilogy. But Naboo starfighter is my guess for this one. Next up, we've got the battle packs, and so it has been 6 years since we've gotten a clone battle pack, so I actually do think that LEGO will make another clone battle pack, because if they make a first order battle pack, another one, that's going to be the 4th one, everyone's just going to hate LEGO even more than they already do. Okay, I'm just joking. They don't really hate LEGO, but I mean LEGO's just being really lazy lately, and people are getting annoyed. But yeah, guys, they don't really hate LEGO. They're just getting annoyed. So, but it's time for a clone battle pack, just like the original multi-clone battle pack. Make it with all the clones that, I mean, just look at my Hopes and Dreams video. It's got all of them there. It's got the 332nd Trooper, Coruscant Guard Trooper, Wolfpack Trooper, regular Phase 2 Trooper. It's going to be the same, except different, and updated minifigures. Those are all the clones that are hard to get, and you just put them in a battle pack. They'll sell like crazy. The next battle pack is the Mandalorian battle pack, because you kind of have to have something to counteract that, and the Mandalorian battle pack will do that. And I think that the Mandalorian battle pack is going to be they're all going to be Mandalorians, so this is different from my prediction, I can't talk, they're so similar. This is going to be different from my Hopes and Dreams video. If you haven't seen that, make sure to check it out. But yeah, this is going to be different. So in the Hopes and Dreams, I wanted 3 Mandalorians and 1 Death Watch Mandalorian, but I actually think that they're just going to go with 2 female Mandalorians and 2 male Mandalorians, which is going to be, I mean, okay, right? You build your army of Mandalorians. Just too bad that there's not a Death Watch Mandalorian in there, but I mean, they already made a Death Watch Mandalorian battle pack, so I mean, one with the Mandalorians makes sense to counteract it. And the dual set, whether you like it or not, I mean, it's just inevitable. It is going to be an Ahsoka Maul dual set. Even if you don't like the Clone Wars, this is it. This isn't even a prediction, basically. It's a lock by this point. Ahsoka Maul, they just have to do it. I mean, what else are they gonna do? Rey versus Kylo, or Rey versus Palpatine, we'll get to that. Now we got the micro fighters. So for the 2 single micro fighters, my prediction for what this is going to be, same as in the Hopes and Dreams, is a Razor Crest, because I think LEGO knows that they need to do a Razor Crest. By that point, they would have cashed out on the ATST from The Mandalorian and the Razor Crest, which were both like very pricey. Well, not the ATST very much compared to the Razor Crest, but still a little bit higher costing sets with the Mandalorian figure, so they can finally put out that figure. And guys, no, they're not going to put a Baby Yoda in the Razor Crest, but I mean, they could. It'd be really funny. But yeah, no, they're going to put that Mandalorian figure in there, and hopefully he will have his Beskar armor. I mean, that's probably going to happen, just because none of the other figures that should have his Beskar armor do. So yeah, he'd probably have his Beskar armor, and he'll be in the Razor Crest Microfighter. And then the Microfighter, that's the other single Microfighter that no one's gonna buy because no one wants another TIE Fighter, is the Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter. And I assume they do something with this to like make the wings fold up like they do in The Mandalorian when it lands, and then you'll get a cool Moff Gideon TIE Fighter with the Darksaber question mark. I mean, you'd get a Moff Gideon minifigure with a Darksaber question mark. So yes, that is the microfighters for the singles, and then here's the double. Now this is a really awesome idea, at least in my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I'm the first person who thought it up. So I was thinking for like a good 20 minutes about what this one should be, and then, because usually they're versus sets, like you had the Tatooine one where you had the Bantha and then the T-16 Skyhopper, but this year I'm thinking instead of a versus, they go with a builder thing. So it's not, they're not against each other, they're on the same side. And I say builder because here it is, it's the Republic dropship with ATTE Microfighter. And this is kind of a far-fetched prediction and more of like a hope than a prediction, but I mean, I was just kind of thinking about what other versus sets they could do and just couldn't think of any, so this is what I came up with. They have to be able to make the Republic dropship carry the ATTE, which is going to be really hard because it's in microfighter form, but I feel like they could pull it off if they really did want to. And so that is a pretty cool idea, at least in my opinion. Then you bring in a clone pilot and a clone trooper to pilot the ship and the ATTE, and I just think that'd be pretty cool. Coming in at our first $30 set, we have the Vulture Droids. So this could be a $30 set with 2 Vulture Droids. This could be a $40 set with 3 Vulture Droids. I don't know. But I just think some Vulture Droids are kind of needed in this day and age. We haven't had one since 2014, and we haven't had a good one since before that. So yeah, I think the Vulture Droids, the smaller ones, are due for a remake. And yeah, I think LEGO's gonna do it because it counteracts the thing that we're gonna talk about in a little bit. So here's where it gets really interesting, because I was thinking like for another 20 minutes about this one, what to do for the other $40 LEGO set. So we're gonna see, I've covered episode 9, so that's the sequel trilogy covered, and I've covered the Clone Wars era and prequel trilogy more than fairly. So but what about the original trilogy? So I was really thinking, because LEGO likes to include everything in their waves, which is kind of nice, especially when they're all episode 9 sets and you get like that one Clone Wars set that's good, except lots of them aren't good at times. So I'm kind of hoping for a full Clone Wars wave, but you know, obviously that has to be a hopes and dreams, so that's a completely different video, guys. But this one, what I'm thinking is that it has to be something from episode 4, and I'm thinking a prison breakout scene from A New Hope. So that would be like a really interesting $30 or $40 set, where they just throw in like the cell that Leia's in and like that hallway that they're in, and then you throw in like a Han or a Luke or something, and then like 2 stormtroopers, like 4 minifigures, maybe 5, and just call it good. But that would be pretty cool. A prison breakout, I mean, I personally wouldn't buy it, but it's like a prediction, if you know what I'm saying. So now we are on the $90 to $100 Lego sets. And so for the first one, for $90, let's say, we're going to have a 501st Y-Wing. Now, does that sound like a lot of money to you? Because it sounds like a lot of money to me. But at least from my experience, I guess you could say, with Lego, and just knowing what Lego likes to do, say this 501st Y-Wing has a Rex in it. Then they would want to charge up the price a little bit because Rex is very highly coveted minifigure by the entire LEGO Star Wars community. Pretty much everyone loves him because pretty much everyone loves the Clone Wars. LEGO just doesn't understand that. But basically, they do understand that a lot of people do like Captain Rex. So if they put him in a LEGO set, they should try and make it as expensive as possible. Just kind of like the same thing, putting Baby Yoda, the only Baby Yoda minifigure, in a $130 set. So yeah, that's just the kind of thing LEGO does, and they do it because they can, and because capitalism, and it's annoying, but they do it, and it's fine because they can. That's the whole point of it. So they're gonna drive up the price like $20 from what you would assume is like the perfect price for a Y-Wing. Like you would say $70, but no, they want it to be like very expensive. You saw this with the General Grievous Starfighter. That's what they're going to do until they took Cody out. They just never changed the price and didn't realize no one would want it anymore. But yeah, so they're gonna drive this up like an extra $20, and it should be just like they did with General Grievous Starfighter. It's gonna be a $90 501st Y-Wing. It's gonna have Ahsoka Season 7, but no one cares because we're all gonna get a Season 7 Ahsoka from the AAT. Thank goodness, LEGO. At least they done one thing right. Except they also made that set very expensive as well. Like the price per piece is way out of the 10-cent range. So that's another instance, for example, like General Grievous Starfighter, where they just charged up the price for those minifigures. So yeah, I mean, I kind of know what I'm talking about here. So we got the 501st Y-Wing, $90, comes with Ahsoka and Rex, and yeah, and then to counteract that would be the Vulture Droids that came in like the $30 or $40 Lego set, like maybe $40 set with 3 Vulture Droids. I feel like that would be, so even though like the 501st Y-Wing never actually comes in contact with Vulture Droids, it just kind of feels right that they would have some sort of separatist droid ship attacking the clone Y-Wing, and so for that, like the Vulture Droids, or maybe like a Hyena Bomber, but yeah, Vulture Droids, just because they're really due for an update, and no one knows the Hyena Bombers as well. And then finally, for our final like $100 set, I'm thinking like what they just did with the Death Star Final Duel, except they're gonna make it a Duel on Exegol set, which I wouldn't be excited about at all because I hate the sequels, and I think a lot of people hate them. So you either love them or you hate them. It's a love-hate relationship, guys. But if you do love them, I'm sorry I've just offended you. But I'm entitled to my opinions, and I do hate them. I think they could have gone so much better, and I personally just think that they ruined Star Wars. But so yeah, so I really hate them. But if you do like them, good news for you, because I think you're going to be getting a Duel on Exegol set for $100. Basically, the Death Star Final Duel set, except the Duel on Exegol. They'll probably put in that platform that comes down and some sort of like, the chair is pretty much a lock if they actually make the set, like with Palpatine on the stand. I mean, yeah, how could they not do that, right? But yeah, the Duel on Exegol set, it's there. So it covers the sequel trilogy set for this wave, which is why I had it there. And I think I'm really surprised LEGO has not done this set sooner, so I think it's gonna come like as soon as possible, which is the Winter 2021 wave. So that's what this wave is. These are my predictions. Thank you all for watching. This is Kenneth from the LEGO Republic. I hope that you did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.